Hi YouTube. I guess a lot of people feel some kind of way about the video righteous, labeled righteous or whatever. Um the reason why I did that video, the word of God clearly states, no corrupt tree can bring forth good fruit. So therefore what this means is if you're all the way for Satan or you wicked and you're not God's people, you need to go all the way out. Don't half do it. Because at this point, the people of God are in a sinful state. A lot of people going through spiritually, going through spiritual warfare. And when you're going through spiritually and you're going through spiritual warfare, it's hard to combat, especially in some of our states that we're in, because a lot of us are in bound states where we're being tested, and through those tests, God has woken us up where we can be possibly broomed and did a intervention. God, when like I always say, God is the Word, and the Word is God. Um, So when you set up there, when Jesus came, you were seeing the word of God actually in the flesh being implemented to its finest state, or to the best state of Jesus' ability, to represent the word in which God had brought forth, and this word that was spoken so that we may have life. So when you hear me say certain things, when I say, okay, go all out for Satan, this is me saying, okay, well, look, if you really are satanic, you're a demon, you are all these different things that you're alleging to be, then be that. Go all out. Don't do none of the stuff that other people do. Let them know where you stand and go all out. Because according to the word of God, you as his children, because of the fruit in which you bear, and some of your fruit are good. So by your fruit I shall know you, and because some of your fruits are good, I can't even label you a corrupt tree. I can't even label you amongst the sinners. I know that you are a child of God. You probably in an afflicted state mentally, physically, and emotionally because of the bound, because of the bondage in which you're in. I have to say, because of the bondage in which you're in a bad state. But other than that, you are God's child. It's just you done felt victim to some stuff that's going on. I can personally tell you, it could be the fact that you're working a job for some unclean people. You know, you will be amazed to know the stuff that I have read in the employee handbooks and post artists and stuff, where they want to control you and they want to have control over your day-to-day activities and stuff like that. And sometimes you have to email them and say, look, you can't have control over my day-to-day activity, you can't have control over that. I have certain things that I have to do, I have fruits that I have to produce and stuff like that. And I don't expect to make my tree corrupt. You have people now taking on positions of God's people, working in companies in which were created in a godly image and stuff like that, and making it hard on the people of God. You have to actually make a decision. So when you guys heard me do the video labeled amongst the righteous, it's just saying, look, we know that you aren't what you say you are, because certain things prove that you aren't what you say you are. Even if you're in a dumbfounded, stupid state, you aren't what you say that you are. Now, when you wake up to certain things, I will tell you, make sure that you keep yourself righteous. Make sure that you keep yourself doing the right thing. The word of God says, if the rich man had to know in the time in which the thief would have come, he never would have suffered his house to be broken into. You understand what I'm saying? If you knew what time that they were going to come and bound you, put you through, and take you through the struggle and test your faith and do all this crazy stuff, you wouldn't have never allowed certain things to happen. So prepare yourself. Be ready. Be righteous. Be what you're supposed to be. It's sad when I have to tell people, I know men that have wives. You get what I'm saying? I know men that have wives, but it's other stuff that goes on with that. Because I'm going to tell you something, men of God, what is being used against you because of the word of God. The word of God clearly states that you cannot have a wife saving only for the cause of fornication, or you cause her to commit adultery. So certain stuff the enemy is using against you because the enemy knows the word of God better than you know. So he's ready to defile your bedroom. He don't care. He just need one thing to defile it with. One thing. And guess what? That doesn't always be the case. You might be walking in complete righteousness and he still try to come and defile your bedroom. So you have to sit up there and you have to be careful. Keep to the commandments. Keep to certain things. Yes, everybody want to bear good fruits. Everybody want to be completely right. Everybody want to do everything right and stuff like that. But guess what? We fall short. Listening to R&B music is not a bad thing. But you have to monitor what you listen to, because some of it is inspirational and then some of it is taking you to places that you don't want to be. I can't listen to certain things. I can't be sexual. I can't listen to all that sexual music. I got to turn that off. That's one song I can't listen to because I have to turn it off. Certain things I can't watch. I can't watch that. I would love to watch it, but I can't watch it, man. You know, sometimes some inspirational movies have MA or a high what categorizing it or whatever, saying, look, there's a lot of stuff in here that is inappropriate for children. I can't be watching that. It may say faith on it, but at the same time, that's not the faith that I'm trying to present to myself, because I have to go through and I got to be careful. Certain things I can't put into me. You get what I'm saying? I got enemies. I have to protect myself. You get what I'm saying? When I got enemies, I'm telling you, because I'm not going to play with my enemies. My enemies been getting away with a lot of stuff, but I don't play with my enemies. But in my situation, my enemy has pretty much advanced against me, but I don't play against my enemies. So therefore, certain things I can't do, or whatever the case may be. And this is what this means. When you hear me say I can't play with my enemies, this I'm going to be clear to you. Because you are a person of God, you don't even have to do nothing to people. People will come after you and cause problems in your home. You got men trying to lay in your bed, or women trying to lay in your bed, and you're like, look, I don't do that type of stuff. I'm not that type of person. You need to go find those type of people that have sold out for Satan and let them go all the way out for Satan like they do. But that's not my style. I chose my path, and I'm trying to make my path perfect and my walk down this path perfect. So certain things I can't be a part of, but I do know that my decisions will affect me every day. What this means, I had to tell my daughter this morning, she was speeding a little bit, and there was a form of protection in the form of another vehicle that protected her from getting a ticket. And I told my daughter, I said, you just lost one. And the reason why I responded to my daughter in that manner was to let her know you cannot continue on doing what you do. You have to get up an hour early than what you would normally get up. You have to be to work 30 minutes ahead of schedule. Don't be rushing down the road. Be there 30 minutes ahead of schedule. That means that if I don't make it there 30 minutes ahead of schedule, it's not a problem. If I'm 10 minutes late or a little bit off, that's still fine. I'm still early. So you have to prep as adults, because we cannot afford these type of losses on the battlefield for petty things. You cannot keep getting in trouble for petty things. You get what I'm saying? Let them be the one to do wrong. When I sat up there and I was listening to a gentleman on a man on TV, not a gentleman, because that's something totally different. I don't know if I told you guys, it's a difference between ladies and gentlemen. Both of those, when you hear gentlemen, that's a strip club. When you hear ladies, those women are strippers. They're in the strip club. They're into all kinds of different things. Those type of people are into those type of things. You get what I'm saying? They may be classy, but their lifestyle is totally different outside of some things. When you hear woman and man, that's something totally different too. I'm a woman, I'm a man, or whatever the case may be, whatever they want to call you. These are different categories of how you conduct yourself, your lifestyle, your structure, the way you do things. You have to be careful. Your fruits are going to say a lot about you. Men will defile your bed and to justify their defile of you in your bedroom or of your wife or whatever. They'll sit up there and try to justify it by doing all manners of evil against you. Women the same way. Women will sleep with other women and try to justify that foolishness with other things. And knowing they're wrong. But they don't care. So this is what this means. They'll rape you and they don't care. But they want to be labeled amongst the righteous. You ask them, you say, well, choose one. Who you gonna choose, God or Satan? They send up there their first one in line for God. So you know there's an illness and a sickness there. If you gonna serve Satan and you gonna do all this foolishness, go all out for Satan. Stop that mess. I know you ain't gonna never be perfect in your walk, but some of this stuff that's being done, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that it's wrong. You know it's wrong, but you still want to keep on meddling in it. And I'm gonna tell you what I found out. When you make that one wrong decision, it may cost you your life. And what I mean by that is this. When you sit up there and you make the decision to engage in wrongful acts, that may be your last chance to make the right decision. Some people don't get second chances. You know, God be wanting you the whole time, man. Cut your friend off, man. That person ain't for you and stuff like that. And sometimes we're in a stupid state. We're dumbfounded. You know, we can't even think for ourselves. We can't think properly. And God, I pray for those people that can't, because I know they're producing evil fruit, but that is not the fruit that is meant for them. Some of them can't even help themselves. And sometimes God has to just do an intervention and say, look, I'm going to break you free from these shackles just long enough to make a decision. And those shackles go right back on you. And at that point, you better be ready to go into all out warfare. And when I say all out warfare, you better be ready to lose some jobs. When you sitting up there and you looking at jobs and you like, man, that job pay good, but I can't work for them because certain things that they want me to be a part of, and I can't give them that kind of control over my life. I can't get involved in that type of stuff. And you have to say, look, either you can sit up there and you can hire me or not hire me at all, but I want the job. You get what I'm saying? And when they know your status, it's on them, because they know you ain't gonna have that foolishness going on with you. You guys, all I'm doing is trying to encourage you guys to know a lot of the people that's out there in the world ain't really sinners. They just in a sick state. But I'm not finna sit up there and I'm not finna condone your sickness either. Because your sickness is what's wrong with stuff that's happening to me. So I'm not condoning your sickness. I'm not even finna partake in your sickness. And I really believe if you want to continue to partake in it, you need to get around me. Anyway, I hope these words encourage you. I hope this clarifies my last video, labeled righteous, labeled amongst righteous. I hope it really clarifies what I was trying to get to the point of.